What if the NASCAR we know isn't as fair as we thought? Today, we dive into the shocking allegations that 2311 Racing might have been cheating, and NASCAR isn't holding back. Get ready for a wild ride as we uncover the truth behind this heated legal battle. Picture this: two NASCAR teams, 2311 Racing and Front Row Motorsports, FRM, caught up in a massive legal drama with NASCAR itself. The issue? Cheating. Yes, you heard that right. NASCAR is accusing these teams of unfairly manipulating the charter system to their advantage. The charter system, for those who don't know, was meant to guarantee teams entry into every race, providing a financial cushion and giving them a competitive edge. But now, this system is being questioned. The two teams have filed legal motions, arguing that the charter system is rigged, creating a monopoly that unfairly benefits established teams. This legal battle isn't just about money or race entries. It could change the whole structure of NASCAR. NASCAR's lawyers are pushing back hard, accusing the teams of delaying tactics and strategic legal filings right before the holiday season. The question is, are these teams really trying to game the system, or is NASCAR just trying to maintain control over a system that might be outdated? The stakes are high, and this legal showdown is far from over. All right, let's break it down. NASCAR introduced the charter system in 2016, and it's been a game changer for the sport. The idea behind it was simple: guaranteed spots in races for chartered teams. In theory, this helps teams secure financial stability, as they don't have to worry about qualifying for every single race. But here's the twist: not every team gets a charter. Only 36 out of 40 teams get that guaranteed entry. And the rest? They're considered open teams and must qualify based on performance. The system was designed to make things more competitive, but it's created a real divide. You have the established, wealthy teams with their charters, and then there are teams like 2311 Racing and FRM, who are often left scrambling for a spot in the races. NASCAR's critics argue that this setup limits opportunities for up-and-coming teams. So, when 2311 Racing and FRM accused NASCAR of unfair practices, it sparked a huge debate. Could the charter system be a loophole for the big guys, leaving smaller teams in the dust? Things are heating up now. 2311 Racing, co-owned by none other than basketball legend Michael Jordan and NASCAR star Denny Hamlin, has thrown a very heavy punch legally. They have filed renewed motions challenging the charter system and its inherent flaws. But this is where it gets exciting. The legal motion is not simply to secure a better deal, it is against the whole architecture of NASCAR. 2311 is arguing that NASCAR builds an unfair advantage concerning a team without a charter for racing purposes. The team states that the current condition is limiting competition by basically handing a free pass, perhaps, to teams able to secure the charters with financial resources and backing to do so. And where NASCAR's response is to call these motions, they attempt to exploit a slow legal process. 2311 Racing pushes hard toward a change. With Michael Jordan's star power and Denny Hamlin's racing legacy behind them, this legal move is probably one of the most high-profile challenges to NASCAR's core system in recent years. The real question is, would this lawsuit lead to any major changes or fall flat on its face as a legal ploy? When 2311 Racing made their legal move, NASCAR jumped off the couch and immediately landed back on it. NASCAR's legal team jumped up and down on the other side, saying that the teams were just trying to stall the case. NASCAR's lawyer, Chris Yates, even went so far as to claim that filing motions just before Thanksgiving is a move planned by 2311 Racing to ensure postponement. Thus, his interpretation has paved the way to argue that all these are deliberate attempts to stall the process and affect time. Enter the kicker. NASCAR claims that the whole legal undertaking is merely a diversion, an attempt to escape the hard reality associated with the charter system. They're saying that if such motions were permitted to stand, anarchy would reign within the whole structure of NASCAR, with more teams trying to game the system. NASCAR is firm in insisting that the charter system is crucial to maintaining order or balance in the sport. So, what do we get? Who has the truth? NASCAR or 2311 Racing? This isn't just a legal battle, it's a fight for survival. For teams like 2311 Racing and FRM, the stakes are sky high. Without a charter, these teams face massive uncertainty. Think about it. Without guaranteed spots in every race, they're left scrambling to qualify, which could drastically affect their sponsorship deals and driver contracts. Tyler Reddick, for example, might be looking for a way out if the charter system remains in place. The uncertainty of not knowing whether they'll even race could affect the entire team structure. A win in this lawsuit could change all of that, giving 2311 Racing and FRM not only a more stable future, but also a chance to compete on a level playing field. But it's not just about money, it's about the potential to reshape the NASCAR landscape. If they win, it could allow more teams to thrive, break up the monopoly, and introduce a new wave of competition. The question is, can they overcome the immense power and influence that NASCAR holds? Now, let's dive into the financial side of things. If you're an open team like 2311 Racing or FRM, life's tough. You don't have the luxury of knowing you are automatically in every race. That means you've got to hustle just to qualify, and that costs a lot of money. Open teams have to pay for extra resources, specialized training, advanced technology, and sometimes even extra crew members just to stay competitive. This leads to bigger financial risks, which only adds to the stress of running a team. Now, with NASCAR's charter system in place, the more established teams don't have to worry about this. They're locked in, which makes it easier for them to secure long-term sponsorships and big deals. Meanwhile, smaller teams like 2311 Racing have to work harder to find sponsors who are willing to take a chance on them while fighting to qualify. What could a victory for 2311 Racing and Front Row Motorsports be for NASCAR in the future? The future does not depend merely on a single team's success, but rather on how such victory could activate changes at NASCAR, and that if the lawsuit were successful, it might cause NASCAR to reevaluate the entire charter system. This may establish a system more equal between teams in terms of opportunity for competition, regardless of money. Imagine a NASCAR in which every team has a fighting chance to qualify for races or obtain sponsorship. A competition in which no restrictions apply to the charter system. Victory could also lead to a much fairer revenue-sharing environment in which open teams can live and prosper rather than constantly facing disadvantage. Take this into account. If the legal battle finally tilted in the favor of 2311 Racing and FRM, sponsorship and driver marketing could change tremendously. As it stands, sponsorship deals focus almost exclusively on those teams carrying a charter. They are guaranteed to qualify for an event, so this makes them more attractive as investments. Or if an open team like 2311 gets a better chance to qualify, sponsors' optics may change. New doors would open, enabling many new teams to secure plush sponsorships and develop their fan followings. This also implies new opportunities for drivers who do not drive for big teams. Imagine some of those smaller teams having to take the up-and-coming talent otherwise being ignored by the bigger teams. Now, let's talk about what this whole situation means for NASCAR's structure. This isn't just a legal battle between teams, it's a test of NASCAR's entire framework. If 2311 Racing and FRM succeed, NASCAR might have to rethink its whole approach. We're talking about possible changes in how the charter system is run, how revenue is shared, and even how teams are organized. NASCAR might have to introduce new policies to ensure fair competition across the board. There's also the potential for antitrust issues. If NASCAR is seen as limiting opportunities for smaller teams, they could face even bigger legal challenges. For NASCAR, this means more scrutiny and the potential for a shift in how things have always been done. The pressure is on to adapt and innovate. If they don't, they risk alienating fans and teams who want to see a more competitive and fair sport. Can NASCAR balance tradition with fairness? That's the question they're facing. So, what do you think? Will 2311 Racing and FRM succeed in challenging NASCAR's charter system, or will NASCAR tighten its grip on the sport? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this shocking legal battle and more NASCAR news.